friends. Good morning. I'm always clearing my throat, working through things, so I'm judging myself. Hopefully you're not judging me. Something I work through all the time, this whole process of the judging, the mental things, where your mental goes, where your mind goes, where my mind goes. The reason why I talk to you, the whole journey here, sharing with me what I'm going through, thinking that you're probably going through something similar. So if my ramblings can help you, then so be it. With that, my little quirks of clearing my throat, right? But you know what? I've got years of yuck here that I have been clearing a process. Yuck, huh? But that's just what it is. And that's the reason why I talk to you. All bundled up here outside. Things that I do to keep me well. Why do you care? I have been sick my entire existence. It seems like autoimmune disease from as far back as I can remember. Diagnosed at 25 with rheumatoid arthritis. I had fibromyalgia as a teen. So I know what it's like to live with, and sinus issues, all the sinus problems and stuff like that. I know what it's like to live with pain and discomfort and having to fight immunities and fight every day just to find the most out of it. I've gone through tireless amounts of whatever there is, because those are incurable things, diseases, disorders, or so they say, the regular mainstream. And it didn't work for me. I had to find something else because the regular mainstream stuff was actually making me worse. I found out there was so much out there that was making me sick, and I had to fight back. So every single day was a battle for me. Hi, thank you for joining me. Every single day of my life has been a battle, trying to remain strong and live amongst the world. And that's why, I've always called myself the wellness warriors, because I've had to fight. And doing that, keeping my immune system strong. I've always wanted to live in a bubble because the outside world was poisonous and toxic to me. So the only way I could exist was to build up my own immunity so that I could be out in the world. That's the reason why I have a little bit of authority on this, because I have helped myself exist in the world to a pretty good existence, and it's exciting because I've come so far. And that's the reason why I like to share, is because of the fact that you can get far. You can overcome so much, and you can achieve a ton if you just have the right direction and you know where you're going. And since I have been on this journey for so many years, trying to get the most out of my life, I have learned a thing or two, and that's why I'm more than willing to put myself out there and just share, what I've had, because I know what a struggle it is. I searched for years. I would have loved to have had somebody that had already gone through the hoops, and I could have linked arms with and picked their brain. So in case that's you too, I just want to be able to share what I've done. So the thing here right now, with all of us being quarantined in our homes and all of us paranoid because of this virus going around, this germ, I believe there's always going to be germs and viruses and something out there to get us. Not saying, oh, look out, but there's always something out there. There's always some kind of disease or virus or germ out there, bacteria, that can get at you and cause damage. And to me, my belief is you have to keep your immune system strong to make sure that those things can't attack you, or when they do attack you, that you have the ability to fight. And that's how I fought my way back and gained life, because I was so freaking sick that it wasn't even funny. I know what it's like to live in crippling pain and not want to live the next day, or wonder what the hell is the point of my purpose here, and struggling to find goodness in the moment. I know what that's like. I've been there. I've been so depressed that it's not even funny. I know what it's like. You guys see me always smiling and exuberant because I've forced myself, trained myself to jump that path, that old thinking, and find a new way and find a way out, because I used to live there in those trenches too. And I work hard to make sure that I don't, stay in trenches or get stuck in trenches. And it's important to have those tools, just as it's important to keep your immune system strong, so that when things come at you, you know how to fight off, you know how to attack. That's not saying that you're ever not going to have a mood swing. Moods are fabulous, and that's not going to say that you're not ever going to get ill, because your body's got to fight things at some point. So it's an indicator. Our moods are indicators, our body, it's all indicators, and we have to be aware. We have to be in tune to what's going on outside of us, inside of us, whether it's in our brain or in our gut or in our heart. These are all instruments to gauge what's going on. And if we use those, then we will be the wise one. We'll be the wiser of it. We need to listen to those beautiful cues that nature gives us. God gives us. It's already built into us. So, think about that, building it up. And so for me, I believe if we all have awesome immune systems, isn't that what we should be working on? Isn't that what we should be talking about, is building our immune systems so that we don't have to worry about putting ourselves in that bubble? Because when does it stop? We get things from the grocery store. We're masked up. I don't go out. I haven't gone out yet. My husband has been doing that. Thank God for the husband. Thank God that he can do that. Thank God that he's healthy, but the where things are at right now are cuckoo, because where do we, so then we start wiping everything off and the mail and stuff, and just the cycle of it. And I'm wondering, whoa, what are we doing here? I do it because I want to make sure that I'm cutting everything and that nobody gets sick, and I don't want to say that that's not something that you should do. I'm just saying, where do we stop? Where do we stop, and how do we really protect ourselves? It's raining. Darn it, it was sunny for a little bit. How do we protect ourselves? Shouldn't we be building our immune systems? Shouldn't we be talking about that? I used to get sick at the drop of the hat. Thank God that's not happening anymore. I still feel the allergies. I've been outside, but I've learned ways to combat them. And again, it's boosting my immunity. It's again with the tools. So I'm just asking you all, what do you think about that? Should we be having more immunity talks, about how do we boost our immunity? And if so, do you recognize the fact that it is in our microbiome, in our gut? Microbiome has finally become more talked about, more prevalent. It's starting to rain, so I've got to move us. I don't want to get soaking wet and ask for trouble here. This is something that we gotta be wise. So not that a little bit of water is gonna get me wet and it's gonna hurt me. Changing subjects. Dun, dun, dun. Carry us up and out of the rain and move us here. Okay, so obviously getting out of the rain because I didn't want to get soaking wet right now. I just want to go outside for a little bit of fresh air and get that. And outside, while I was there, I wanted to talk to you because, like I said, I have been going through a huge process. And with that, even with everything that I've done to boost my immunity and do the things that make sure that I've got myself in check, I'm still having issues. It's no longer warm, but I did need wet, so excuse me. I like to taste it, swish it all around my mouth. It tastes so good. I've got all my vitamin powder and all my good healing things that I need. These are my tools. These are my resources, and these are the things that are available. These are the things that I have found throughout all of my journeys, all of my struggles, all of my process of getting myself to the point where I'm at now, that I can manage and that I'm not struggling and ill, where I feel strong. And not to say that I don't have challenges. We will have challenges. That's just how life is. See, still more stuff. But I'm a hell of a lot better than I was last year. And it's a process. I've got a whole lifetime of illness that I'm in the process of unwinding. And I thank God for that. I thank God for the ability to rewire so that I don't have to stay stuck in the old ways that I was, that wasn't working, for me. It wasn't working. Not only was I ill, I wasn't helping my family. I wasn't passing on good behaviors, things that we want to be proud of, things that we want duplicated. Because we as parents are, imprinting our children and teaching them how to behave through our behaviors, through our actions, how we take care of ourselves. And, I found myself, especially now, things have changed. I had a certain order and a routine, and I had got my family off. I used to homeschool, and so thank God for that, that I had that ability and something to pull from. So I really feel for you mamas that didn't have that, or didn't really necessarily want to do that, because it's hard and it takes a lot out of you, and it will test you like none other. And having to wear all those different hats, and then having, if you have your hubby home working and stuff, and the house is different, all of our routines are interrupted. And I know, I experience it, what that feels like too. So, and if we don't have our tools, I'm like, oh my gosh, how are my friends doing? Because I know what a battle it's been for me. And even with that, as a parent, this is something new that I found, that as a parent and having these things, getting to check yourself, how am I responding? How am I reacting? How am I setting an example for my child, is new, because I get to experience things like none other. And it's amazing, because it really gives us the opportunity to upgrade our awareness and ourselves, so that we can get to that next level that we want to be. I know I always constantly want to be growing and getting better. And I thank God for that ability to be able to rewire, because I had some pretty funked up thinking and ways of coping. And I know that we do that, and it's natural, and that's okay. That's what works. That's what worked for a long time, and I did a good job. But there's better. Thank God that there's always better. And I find myself doing better, but I always know that there's more to grow. So I'm grateful for the growingness. And so I was saying, the whole thing with being parenting, I have new issues coming up, things that have come up that I thought that I buried, I thought that I had dealt with. And thank you. I thought that I'd already, put these things to rest. But apparently, as a parent, they resurface in new ways. And now it's an opportunity to really check that devil, and see, and finally put it to rest and make really good out of it. So I've got a lot of raw stuff that's been coming up, and it's been really painful and hurtful, and doesn't feel so good. And it really is interesting to see, where it's gonna go and grow and come from it, because it's always the dark stuff, the scary stuff, that really has us grow. And again, it's getting to root issues, right? So what do I do about that? I found myself kind of falling off and not taking care of myself so much. That's what I was saying, with all the new changes and things, trying to juggle all the hats, all the balls. I dropped some balls, and I had everything going really smoothly and everything, and I had a nice little rhythm. And then I found out, what? I fell off my pattern, my rhythm, and things started to slip. So it's really, 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 really important, again, that we always take care of ourselves, We always make sure, that proverbial, put your own oxygen mask on first, before you take care of everybody else. The whole thing about, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you always have to make sure that we have stuff in our cup, because just like right now, I don't have very much in there. What's in there is really, really good. So I always have to make sure that it's full. We always have to make sure that we take care of ourselves, that we build on a good foundation, right? Again, our immune system. So we got to make sure that it's solid so that we can fight whatever comes against us. You know, I thank God that all of it is stronger. You know, I check myself now. I find myself that, hey, you know what? I'm in some stinking thinking, or so I'm in some reactive responding, or whatever. I'm in a place that I don't necessarily want to be. And thank God for that. You know, I didn't have a tissy fit, you know, or so many things that I used to do before, catch myself in bad habits that I didn't like, things that I didn't want to pass on to my children because I didn't want to see these examples of, you know, bad attitude or whatever it was that was getting at me that I had seen before or whatever. Just because people do it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right thing to do. So, isn't that right? And again, maybe you don't like what I'm saying. You know, maybe you're thinking, eek, I'm scared as fuck. And that's okay. Pardon my mouth. I understand it. I understand it. I get it too. But I wonder where it's going to end. How's it going to end? You know, how long do we stay scared? Okay, so now we're looking at going back and opening it again, you know? So is everything okay now? What next? I just wonder what next, you know? How long and what next? And what should we be talking about? To me, I think we should be talking about our immune system. I think we should be building that up. And I think we should be talking about how we need to take care of our basic needs, you know? We cannot be doing all this extracurricular stuff if we don't have our basic needs taken care of, you know, just like, again, our immune system. We have to build from a solid foundation. You know, we have to make sure that we've got ourselves in check first before we do anything extracurricular. Right now, you know, we're all in a time of struggle. We're all in a time of chaos. We're all in a time of spin out. I know I catch myself, and I thank God that I have the ability to catch myself, and because that's really good. You know, and I thank God I've got tools, you know, and that's what's so cool about now, you know, and who I've joined partnership with. You know, not only do I have tools, and through the company that I have, I've got, you know, it's products, it's people, you know, it's the whole platform. It's the first ever mental wellness company. Who doesn't need that? It's holistic, you know. No pharmaceuticals. It's at the source. It's at the gut, you know. It's the whole gut instinct. And if you look into that, it's your microbiome. You know, we are made of bacteria. We got to take care of it. It's what we eat. It's what we feed ourselves. It's what we put into ourselves. It's what we're thinking about. You know, it's the whole mind, body, soul, source system. And it's doable, you know. We can reprogram. We can reboot. We can rewire. We can change our biology, you know, we can change our neural structure. We can do it. All we have to do is think about it, you know, have the right tools and you know, make that decision. Is that something you want to do? You want to get unstuck? Do you want to get unscared? Do you want to find tools to get better? You know, there's so many things that you can do to help yourself to get further from where you're at right now. And that's all I want to do, is I just want to encourage the whole idea of thinking about, you know, where does this stop? And what can you do? What can you do to protect yourself? We got to protect ourselves. We got to build our immunity. You build our immunity. Take care of ourselves. We have to make sure that we're strong. We got to catch ourselves, right? So, you know that there's always growth to be done, and that's okay. You gotta enjoy the now moment. It was sunny outside for a little bit. Only for a little bit. For that now. It's not anymore. It's rainy. But that's okay. I caught the now. I enjoyed the now. And that's what we need to do too, is just all make sure that we stay here in our now, in our moment. You know, focus on gratitude. These are all good things, you know, to keep us. Make sure you smile. These are natural things that you can just build your immunity, and they're free, right? So, you know, if we focus on gratitude, we'll have more things that come into our field of gratitude. You know, if you're looking for natural, holistic solutions, then that's the reason why you're here right now, is because here you go. you know, that you couldn't ask for anything better. I know that there's so many people out there right now trying to pitch something to you. I don't want to pitch something to you. I just want you to be aware that you can really help yourself, heal yourself mindfully, you know, just by making a choice of the things that you put in your body, the things you listen to, the things you think about, the things you speak on, you know, all of it. We get to decide what we're going to be afraid of, what we're going to believe in, you know. I don't want to live in fear. I've had enough fear in my life, and it hasn't done me any good. But it has made me stronger. It's made me more tenacious. And I know that I'm not going to let it cripple me. I've had enough try to steal from me in life. I've had enough pain. I've experienced it, and I'm, you know, I've been there. And I just know, I have faith that we're going to get better. This isn't forever. This isn't permanent. You know, there's always going to be something. And I'm not going to live in fear. I'm going to stay strong. I'm going to make sure that my family is strong. I'm going to make sure that my now is good, whether it be raining or sunshine or whatever it is. Even if I decide to be sad or whatever it is, I'm going to feel that moment, and I'm going to respect that moment and honor that feeling and that symptom of whatever it is. If it's my stomach growling, then I'm going to say, thank you, stomach, for growling. Thank you for letting me know. You know, honoring the cues that I get. The nows, you know, because my now is right good. I can't fix anything from the past, because the past was the past, and actually I wouldn't change it because it got me here right now. And here right now is awesome. Here right now. Here right now is with you and with my family and this beautiful cleansing rain to spring forth all these beautiful, wonderful new growths that I get to enjoy, see. I like watching the time pass with the new growth. I like looking each day to see what's newly blossomed and what's grown. Right now the stinging nettles are out there. I'm really excited about going out and trying that gift. Have you ever eaten a stinging nettle? I haven't. I've had some nettle tea before, but I'm going to go out and harvest some. We love our dandelions, so it's being what I want to call it, grateful, right, for the little bounty that we have around us, being happy for the good things, and taking care of myself. I know that I can't exist well if I'm not taking care of myself, and the things that I need to do is feed my soul, feed myself by being outside, by getting my good nutrients in me. If I don't fill up my belly with the good things that my body needs, then I misfire on so many ways that it's not even funny. So I know that I need to do that. That's my oxygen mask. I know that I need to take my time out in nature. I know that I need my little stretch. You know, it's not so good for me to be hugging my tree right now, but I was outside and I got to sit with the rocks. And you know what? I mean, my kids and I are going to paint on rocks today. I'm going to try melting crayons and wax and stuff like that. I think that will be fun. So, you know, we can't necessarily be outside with it, but that doesn't mean that we can't bring it inside. What about leaf prints and art paint or something? So just something fun, you know, just to get us so in that creative mode. I totally believe that you either create or you destroy, and I like to stay in the creative. I think that there's enough destructive shit out there. Pardon my mouth again, but not really. I don't want to be destructive. I want to be a bit creative. I like to see the happy side. I like to lead with love. I think that we can learn through anything and everything, because whatever we resist persists, right? So I've put things off long enough. I'm grateful for this opportunity to grow through these things that are scaring me and painful. I'm glad that they're here. I'm glad that I have a safe environment that I get to experience this in. I'm so grateful that I have the best spouse ever in the universe. Thank you, Jesus. I never, ever, ever thought that I was going to get married or have kids, because I didn't think that that was my destiny. Thank God that he had another plan. I laugh because it's funny. Everything that I said never to has happened. So you really got to watch your nevers. Or I do. They make me laugh. Again, the laughter. I was telling my kids this morning. My son's like, "Why are you putting on lipstick if you're not going anywhere?" And I was like, "You guys, it's about the smile. It's rewiring our brain." And I'm not going anywhere. No, but I put my smile on because my smile, whether it be a real genuine one or one that I just say, "Bing," and you pop on. Your body doesn't know, and it's making signals, endorphin. It gives you endorphins and chemicals, and it actually has so many medicinal benefits. So these are the things that we do. I make mine bright red because how could you not smile? I mean, you see the bright red, you can't waste it. You gotta smile, right? So I love my bright red smile. And the same thing while I was doing my lashes, too, because they made me feel glamorous and strong. And I haven't done those in a while. Maybe I should, but I don't really feel like I need to. Right now, I like being able to rub my eyes or whatever it is. But those are fun, too. Right now, all I need is my lips. Ding, because I'm happy. So, I am naturally happy. And I am grateful because I used to live in a pit of, and my red lips helped me get out of there. So, if you need a boost, paint on your smile, and every time you go by the mirror, you'll have to smile too, and before you know it, you'll be getting those natural neurotransmitters from your gut go into your brain via your vagus nerve. They call that the silver, I'm going to make myself dizzy. Is it the silver pathway or the golden pathway? Because it's the axis. They talk about it in the Bible. I think it's the silver pathway. I'll have to get back to you on that, but it's really cool. The vagus nerve, look it up. It talks to you about, hi, thank you. It talks to you, it's how you get your messages, your brain to your gut. I'm not making this up, guys. I'm not just being a loon. I'm trying to tell you some real valuable, good stuff here. So, all right, I'm telling you. So this is what helps me. This is what has gotten me from the pits of hell to this wonderful, fabulous cloud that I've created for myself, is knowing about this neural pathway here via the vagus nerve, the silver highway. Jeffrey, what is it called? The silver highway? I think that. Because it's awesome. And all the goodness that's in my cup is the benefits that I receive that I couldn't live without. Or live well without. And I pray to God that I never have to go without. I make sure that I stock up. And it's cool because it bumps up the whole family. I'm not making it up, right? We're all so strong and we're doing so much better. And I'm just so grateful for it. And even when I go through these cycles of the moods, with the parenting, I'm grateful for it because now I've got the tools, and I've shared all of the things. And like I was saying, how I fall off. I'm not perfect. I've never ever claimed to be perfect, ever. Although I have this perfectionistic gene in me that I strive for, that I try to cycle it because I know that that's not. I'm working more on making sure that I just do it, have it done, and being grateful for it's done. It doesn't need to be perfect. Let's just check the done box, right? Right? So perfectionistic is a trap, and I'm getting off of that trap. So... but it's not easy, but I'm catching myself, and that's all we can do is catch ourselves, and I catch myself a little bit quicker. So I just want to encourage you too, hi my gorgeous, to keep, always just checking ourselves and then patting ourselves on the friggin' back for each time that we do. So cheers to growth, cheers to rewiring that neural pathway, cheers to biohacking and changing up our history, because we don't have to be there. Let me stop and read this for a second here. Good. I'm glad you guys are doing better. It's just one step at a time. One step at a time. And baby steps. The baby steps are making us get there. You'll just look and you'll say, oh wow, look at how far I've come. All those little baby steps add up. And they really do. And we have to make sure that we keep building them layer upon layer upon layer. The layer cake, right? Oh, what about that? What's that wonderful dessert that is baklava? All those layers of pastry and the honey, the deliciousness, fabulous. I wonder if you can get that gluten-free baklava. Oh, yum. That might be worse than tummy ache, is eating that stuff. But with my tummy strong, I wonder if my tummy would ache. I'd have to put that to the test. I don't know. Baklava, who else likes that stuff? Gosh, yum. Sweetness. Although I haven't had real sugar But that's honey, so it doesn't count. I don't know. It's medicinal, right? How else can we make that? Let's see. I just made some real good brownie bites with the protein powder and the GBX and some beans that we had. I mixed up in the water. I didn't want to throw out the bean water, and so I blended up the beans and I used that as a thickener. My family's eating beans, and I stuck tons of like the hemp seed and chia seed and pumpkin seeds. So pumpkin seeds is like the zinc, so if we're fighting anything, those zinc tablets and all those other seeds that are power packed aminos and stuff. So we were eating that, and it's fun. So there's so many ways that we can boost our health and boost our gut. And that's all I'm saying. Isn't that what we should be talking about? Isn't that what we should be doing? Is building our bodies so that we can be strong as fuck and resist anything that comes our way? Because I'm afraid that if we continue to hide, that we're going to be hiding for a long time. I know what it's like to want to live in a bubble, but we can't live in a bubble. Forever. We can't live well in a bubble forever. So, I don't know. I do know that I want to encourage you to stay strong, to stay building on those layers, to make sure that you've got a good foundation. Please don't lose touch with yourself. Please make sure you take care of yourself. Take your vitamins, get your exercise, put your mask on, stretch your body, put some music on, and freaking move, right? We got to loosen things up. We got to pat ourselves on the back for all the goodness that we're doing. We got to say cheers for all the glory and the goodness and the growth that we're doing, because we are rewiring. We're making progress, and we're freaking rock star warriors, right? All of us. We are. We're making progress. It might be little, but it's progress. And even if it's you're just holding the line, whatever it is, and you're not sinking, it's okay. We're going to have moments. We're humans, right? We're feelings. We have indicators. They're there for a reason. We just got to listen to them. We got to honor them. We got to respect them, because they're trying to tell us something. We got to trust ourselves, build our self-trust up enough to know that whatever the heck happens, we can handle it. We can handle it. We're strong. We're resilient. We've done more. I've had crazy battles, and I'm sure you've had too. Things come up. Things will always come up. Shift happens, right? We learn and we grow from it. So that's all we can do, is just keep growing, keep building, keep layering, keep moving forward. But we need to stay strong. So I think that's what we should be talking about, is the whole immunity. Immunity, rebuild your immunity. Let's not live in a bubble. I think we should be talking about that. So, if you'd like tools, if you'd like to know what I use, what I've done, contact me. I've been more than forthright in sharing, but this is the stuff that works. What if this is what you've been looking for? Not only, is it people, you get to join with a community of like-minded people that are working to be strong and lift up and build and get better. You've got products that can support you so that you can get stronger. And, you've got the platform. You've got all of our mental wellness. We've got the how to eat, how to cook, physical activities, all this stuff, the platform that's available. So utilize what's available. Get strong. And know that, every day is a new day. Every moment's a new day. Every breath is a new opportunity to get started. So we just got to love ourselves enough to know that we're going to get through this, and that we can do this. We got to believe in ourselves. I believe that I'm tough enough to handle any shit, because so far I've done it. Nothing has beat me. Nothing will beat me. I've made myself stronger, better. I've kicked chronic illnesses' ass to the curb, No longer have I can't remember last time I had any kind of medicine. I kicked all those pharmaceuticals. I was on all of them. And I've had some diagnoses. Like I said, I've got a list long of them. You can read about me. We can talk about it on private message if you want to. I know what it's like, so you don't have to stay there. You just don't. It is kind of, that's why I've got all my stuff on, but I'm nice and warm. was outside, and I put my gloves on so that I don't get cold, because I still like the fresh air, and I like the sound of the rain, and the nature is really good for us, you know. It cleanses our soul. It's good to breathe, and it was just fun to catch the outside. But now I want to go inside and be with my babies and do some creative art projects, because I love that we get to be home together. And should we all have to go back, boom, just like that, I don't want to say, oh my God, we missed out on that opportunity to do those things that we wanted to do. So I'm taking that opportunity to do those things that we wanted to do. We're going to go down there in the art room and play. So that's that. But maybe I'll make them wiggle their bodies too, because I haven't actually dedicated myself to my exercising yet. And I think that that's really important, that we move our bodies. I've stretched, but I need to build my muscles. And I kind of fell off of that habit. I was doing really good at it, and I was building, and I was getting strong. And now I've noticed I got a little hip pain that's coming back and saying, hey, guess what? Remember me? Remember how I was really bugging you and that nerve pain going down? Hey, remember? Yeah, what have you not been doing? You haven't been exercising, right? Yeah, just stretching. You need to exercise. So I'm taking note of my body. Thank you, body. I'm respecting it. And I know that I've fallen off, and I understand. And yes, I have some legitimate excuses, but you know what? It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count, because I only robbed me of me. I fell off my wagon, but you know what? I can get back on. It's no worries. I'll get back on. I'll get strong, because I still have a goal of doing that back then. You know, I do. I wasn't supposed to. I wasn't even supposed to walk, right? But I'm walking. I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm not using a cane. I'm walking painlessly. Yeah, I have a little bit of issue, but so what? I'm gonna nip that in the bud too. So, oh well. I'm going to get off of here, because I don't even know how long I've been talking. But I want to thank you for staying with me. I appreciate it very much. Hopefully you found a little nugget of encouragement here for you. Know that I love you. Know that I believe in you. Know that the root of all disease is in our gut. It's inflammation. You know, look it up if you don't believe me. If you do believe me, you know, please have faith. Just check it out. Check out what we've got going on here. Know that there's ways to build ourselves up. You know that we've got tools, know that we've got resources, and know that growth can happen. You know, there's always things that we can do to get better. We just have to want to and continue to work towards it. And know that when we do, just recognize it. I can't tell you enough to pat yourself on the back. Sometimes there's not going to be anybody out there to do it for you. You know, that's the one biggest thing that I've learned, is that there's nobody out there that's going to do squat for me. You're not going to hand me anything. Nothing's ever been handed. I found that when things are handed, it comes with a price tag. Have you ever found that? So, and it doesn't last. You need to have it for yourself. You need to do it on our own. So, that's the truth, the honest truth. Okay, my loves. I'm going to go do what I said I was going to do. Exercise and play with my babies. Finish my drink. And always keep that smile on, right? So, all right. Have an awesome day. Let me know what you guys are going to do today. How you feeling. If you need some information, I've got a lot of cool new stuff that came up. Oh, the Mental Wellness Conference. If I haven't shared news with you yet, we've got a really cool thing coming up in May. Oh, fabulous speakers and stuff like that. Fabulous opportunity, and there's going to be a lot of good stuff. And of course, I don't have the words for it, but I've got the information for it. So, you know me, I'm not the wordsmith, but I can always lead you to the right place. So, you can trust me on that one. Anyways, loves, I'll talk to you soon. Ask me about that, because you're going to want to get in on that. You're not going to want to miss it. And I'm sure there's a bunch of good stuff, but I've been going on too long, so I'm going to go. Okay. Peace, love out. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. I don't know if I can turn them off with this. We'll try. Toodles for now. Bye. Thanks for watching.